This is Chico with He Provides Homestead. We're visiting again. You know how we like thrifting. You know how we like getting stuff on the cheap. And right here is one of the ways we do it. This store, it's called a resale store. I admit I think it could use a better name. A catchy, snappy, stick on the end of your tongue, keeping your brain kind of name. But it is the resale store, and it's part of the Orange County Recycling Cooperative, which is another great organization that my wife and I are members of. Stuff that gets dropped off at the recycle center that has the possibility of a second life or to be reused is brought up here to the store, and it's resold, and the money that's made goes to fund the recycling efforts in the county. It's win-win. I'm glad I'm part of it. So I thought I'd bring you along today. They are having a half-off sale. I don't know if they do it every month, but they do it periodically. And it's a big deal. It helps them clear out stuff that's set for too long. It brings in new folks, generates a little excitement, and then tightwads like me stop by. And by the way, I found a very cool pottery salt and pepper shaker that I immediately snatched. I may pick up some more stuff, but I've seen them as soon as I walked in, and I'm going to have them. And if I see anything else, I'll let you know. But right now I'm just going to take you around and show it to you. It's not a huge place. Great folks work here. It's all volunteers. And like many secondhand thrift store type ventures, you never know what you're going to find here. So I'm going to spin the camera around, show you what's going on. So, see how I'm getting better at not putting my hand in front of your face? This little box originally was purchased to set up at the local Walmart parking lot to collect donations. But we have a lot of storms here, and some of them are pretty stout, and it kept blowing it down. So they removed it from Walmart, brought it down here, and it's used for that purpose now. Folks can drop off donations here. This store takes everything but clothes. Kind of like those chairs. And sometimes, and it's like any other thrift store, sometimes you find phenomenal prices, and sometimes things seem to be a little too high. So, but that's part of the thrill of the hunt. And now I haven't been here in a while. It looks like a pretty good chair. Berry buckets. Of course, you can use them for whatever you want, but that's what these are. I'm not sure. I think I used to come here and they were 50 cents a piece, and no sooner did I say they don't do clothes, and here they are. Used to, they didn't do clothes, and I thought they still didn't, but maybe they started doing clothes. And hopefully that is not for organs. Children's books, magazines. Occasionally you can find some really cool collectibles like these in here. Sometimes not so much. Sometimes you find this touristy stuff like this, Maggie Valley in Kansas. But sometimes you can find some really unique, very collectible stuff. A lot of good books, a lot of books that aren't good. But we've picked up several really good books here. In fact, this one, my wife just recommended to me 2 nights ago. She said I would love it. Frank Peretti, Piercing the Darkness. I may pick it up. Are you a sports fan? It's either a catcher's mask or a goalie's mask. I'm guessing it's a catcher's mask considering where we live. So this book, if I buy it, just be $1. I can afford to buy books if they're $1. And they stack it deep and sell it cheap. So you never know what you're going to find. Chuck Swindoll, pretty good author. Biographies, I like biographies. Don't know that I would read an Eleanor Roosevelt biography, but should I ever decide to, I know where to find it. Look at this. Kentucky quartz. That's interesting. I like pottery. Milk glass. Always a lot of milk glass in these places. Milk glass used to be hugely popular, and it seems to have fallen out of favor in recent years. Need a lamp? They've got them. Games? They've got them. So, milk glass tends to collect in secondhand stores quite a bit. Not a lot of room in here because it's packed full. Always packed full. But packed is good. That's how you find the deals. That looks kind of, oh, I know what that is. That is a casino that's about 35 miles from here. And then these here, if they say E.O. Brody, or I can't remember, A.O. Brody, these right here, that is mass produced and comes from florist shops. Excuse me, ladies, I'll walk past you here. I'll get out of your way. Another thing that you see a ton of in secondhand stores are coffee cups. I don't drink coffee, but I do drink tea. So they're handy. Hi, Milka. You might recognize Milka. She is also part of the Orange County Community Gardens. For a small town, we've got a lot of great stuff going on. Sometimes you can find, these are, well, that's a little crazy, but sometimes you find some pretty cool old canning jars in here. The blue ones are rare anymore, but sometimes. Folks drop off their egg cartons at the recycle center, and they bring them up here, and folks that raise chickens like us can buy them. They used to be a nickel a piece. I'm not sure if that's still the price or not. Tons of shoes. VHS movies. I don't have the patience to sit and watch a movie, almost never. Dishes, lots of dishes in places like this. I'll tell you one thing that has been a huge resource for us is the electronics. Now, I'm not an electronics guy at all, but somewhere they usually have like a whole basket of chargers and patch cords. So we've gotten iPhone chargers for $1 here. We've gotten patch cords for different electronics for $1. That's kind of the way to go. That is kind of cool. I have found, oh, and here's where I found the salt and pepper shakers on this shelf. I like the copper stuff as well. Like this pitcher right here, and it's marked $3. No lid, but today you can buy it for $1.50. This kitchen utensils, we actually, so it's marked $2. This would cost me $1 today, but we actually use old half-gallon canning jars that have little chips around the top. We use those for our utensils. We have one for spoons, one for spatulas, one for knives. Works out pretty well. Like I said, I like pottery, and that says USA on it. So I can buy those for 50 cents a piece today. And then this, I'm not going to try to look under it and hold the camera and all like that. Looks pretty cool. They've got $10 on it. So you could buy it for $5 today. More lamps, more figurines. I've seen a Hummel in here a time or two, and they don't command a large price on eBay or Amazon any longer, but if you can buy them for $1 and sell them for $3, you've made a good investment. So let's see, what else did I not show you? We're going to go into the other room too here in a minute, where you check out salt and pepper shakers. They are always a hot item. For as long as I've been dabbling, they've been a hot item. One of the problems though is that you'll just find one. And that's always a problem. The only way you can make that work for you is if you put it online, like eBay or Amazon, and you can find that person somewhere else that has the mate. Then you can do alright. Now this is kind of cool. $2 a set. So I could buy this set for $1 today. And I may very well do it. I'll look it over here in a minute when I'm not holding the camera, see if it's got any chips or cracks. I don't buy anything with chips or cracks. So, stuffed animals. It's another item. And this is Irene. Say hi, Irene. Hello. Irene runs this place.
With help.
With help, and often lots of help, I think. But anything like this, there's never enough help. But I thought you even own the building, don't you, Irene?
Yes, I do.
I thought so. And Irene is also a former board member for the Recycle Co-op, which all her endeavors go to fund. And this is kind of like the little boutique area. Stuff that's a little more special than your everyday donations winds up in here. And the color code, which is not a strong suit of mine. Let's look at this, guys. This says Cash Family, hand painted, Elvira, Tennessee or something. Huh. I wonder if that's the Johnny Cash family. So that's it. Let me show you what I did pick out. Oh, always some Hot Wheels. And hand saws. Every home should have a hand saw. Not just homesteads, every home. Whoops, she's already, here they are. Here, these are mine. I'm buying these, and I think I might buy the other set that I just showed you. Salt and pepper. Tennessee, cork missing, but I can make a cork from a wine bottle. PCA, handcrafted, made in the USA. $2 for a set, so I can buy the set for $1 today. So, let me set those back over here. She has a system and I don't want to disrupt it. So, let me step over here, out of the way.
Let me do something here.
Let me spin this. You go ahead, Irene. I think I did that without putting my hand in your face again. I'm getting better. So that's it. This is a little secondhand thrift store that's about a mile from my house. I know it sounds like everything's a mile from my house. In a small town, almost everything is. But it's about a mile from my house. It's a resource that my wife and I use, and we thought we'd bring you along and see what you think. I'm going to pick up a few items today, and we hope you like, share, and subscribe. We're here 24/7. We're also on Vidme, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Please share our videos. It really helps our family. We appreciate you coming along. Godspeed, folks.